Hey, it's Uncle Josh. We're back on Uncle Josh Gaming. We're about to get into some Wasteland 3. I'm excited to pick up where we left off. Come on. And we'll zoom in a little bit. I got Major Tom Cat. That's a David Bowie reference, Major Tom.
Good job, Rangers. Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatski, who's going to be helping you with personnel.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, we'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits, just like the Patriarch promised you. And I already got you one of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician, and former dispatcher for the Marshals. He'll be your radio operator.
Howdy, Rangers. While you were dealing with the alarms, I took the liberty of installing a combat AI in your vehicle. Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad?
Speak to Sergei Greatski to hire new Rangers for your squad. Your squad can have up to 6 members. No more than 4 can be Rangers. The other 2 slots may be filled by companions such as Marshal Kwon. Companions are unique NPCs who aren't officially Rangers but want to help out all the same. You'll find plenty of companions on your journey throughout Colorado. Before we get to all that, we've got a few questions.
Of course, ask away.
Can you and Kwon tell us more about yourselves?
Well,
Well, Sergei won't blow his own horn, so I'll do it for him. He's Colorado's greatest war hero. Fought by the Patriarch's side from the beginning and saved the old man's life about 100 times, right, Sergei?
75. Tops. Now, let me tell you about Mr. Slick here. Nobody knows the streets and alleys of Colorado Springs, or the people that live there, better than dashing Darius Kwon.
You're too kind, Sergei.
You 2 volunteered for this?
Yeah, I was getting a little itchy doing the same old in the Marshals.
And retirement was driving me stir-crazy. Just sitting around listening to the paint peel. I jumped at the chance to help you folks out.
You both seem awful eager to help a group of unknown outsiders. Why are you really here?
It's no lie that I've been looking to leave the Marshals, but you're right. That's not the whole story. The Patriarch asked me to keep an eye on you, so here I am.
And I am truly sick of retirement. But, yeah, I'm doing the Patriarch a favor too.
So you're spies?
Let's say liaisons. The Patriarch wants you to succeed, and he knows it's not going to be easy. You're strangers in a strange land.
Yeah, no kidding.
You don't know the politics. You don't know the personalities. Who hates who? Where the bodies are buried.
That's where we come in. We're here to make sure you don't make too many rookie mistakes. step on the wrong toes. And yeah, we're supposed to report back to the Patriarch about how you're doing. But you didn't really expect to be left completely to your own devices, did you?
What was the deal with the alarms and the robots?
Not sure exactly. We came by a week and a half ago and it was stone quiet.
We were gonna get the place cleaned up before you got here. But then the Dorseys attacked the city, so it got put on the back burner.
Something must have triggered the security systems between then and now. Could have been anything.
How long has this place been abandoned?
Patriarch chased out the last big gang maybe 10 years back. Before that, all kinds of bandits, militias, and cults have lived here since the deluge.
Recently, it's been mostly outlaws and refugees. We should check around to see if there are any current occupants.
Could be what set off the alarms.
What's the deluge? We've been hearing that word a lot.
Around these parts, we call the nuclear apocalypse the deluge of fire, because, well, that's what it was.
Noah's flood was the deluge of water. The nukes were the deluge of fire.
What was the radio operator saying about putting a combat AI in our vehicle?
Gonzalez? He's a whiz with stuff like that. The AI will allow you to give the vehicle orders in combat without having to be inside it. Basically, it'll become another member of your squad.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Okay, what's next?
Show us who you've got lined up.
My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So, pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't. And you can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way. Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
Okay, so now we can manage the squad. Now we're gonna add. So we've got different choices of recruits. We could go with Banshee, sniper rifles, small arms, and sneaky shit. Survival sniper rifles and first aid. Black Eye Betty, brawling survival hard ass. Sneaky shit, lock picking melee. Well, we don't need her because I've got Hawk. Mechanics, small arms, weapon modding. Danny smiles. Crash, nerd stuff, sneaky shit, automatic weapons. Now, I already got that with the Coyote. Devlin, a level 3 modder. Big guns, first aid, explosives. Combat medic. Sniper rifle, sneaky shit, and yeah, I think maybe we'll go with ice. Big guns, mechanics, nerd stuff. That's Zeus. Explosives, big guns, armor modding. We'll go with Thunder. Armor modding, weapon modding, lock picking, nerd stuff. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm ready. Because I want to keep these 2 slots free for,
Listen, I can
companions.
get you all the fighting troops you need. But if you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up. Now that we've got that sorted, let's talk about the next steps. Now, you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it.
Surveying the base sounds good.
Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth keeping before I toss it all out. After that, you might want to give Sheriff Daisy a hand. If you impress her, maybe she'll hook you up with some specialist for the base. Anyway, your call. Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
Okay. Thanks for the info.
One sec. Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are gonna need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, what if I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet.
What do you have to offer us?
Well, I know this city like the back of my hand. And this city knows me. My time in the Marshals means I've got connections and trusted informants everywhere. Plus, I'm a sure shot and a decent scrapper. And, though it hurts my civic pride to say it, there are places around here where those things might come in handy.
Thanks, we could use the help.
Great. I'm at your disposal. Lead the way.
New companion, Marshal Kwon. You've recruited your first companion. Companions are a unique kind of squad member. Unlike the Rangers you create, companions are pre-made characters that have their own personality and agenda. Piss them off and they could leave you high and dry. Companions too. You can have up to 6 characters in your squad. Up to 4 of them can be Ranger recruits, leaving at least 2 spots open for companions. There's no reason not to take them along, provided you can maintain their loyalty. Okay. So now we've got Marshal Kwon. Increasing attributes. Starting at level 3, your Rangers will earn 1 attribute point per level. Attributes always cost 1 point to upgrade. Attributes are the source of all your vital stats. Want to live longer, run faster, shoot straighter, or hit harder? There's an attribute for that. Okay. Skills. So we're gonna put a point to melee combat, lock picking, and mechanics. Now, melee combat uses strength, coordination, and speed as attributes. So we're gonna go with speed. Coyote. Automatic weapons uses the attributes coordination, awareness, and speed. Coordination, awareness, and speed. So we're gonna give them points to awareness. And we'll put that to nerd stuff, I guess. Sniper. Okay, so we're gonna put a point to weapon modding, sneaky shit, sniper rifles. And sniper rifles is governed by intelligence, awareness, and luck. Intelligence, awareness, and luck. So we're gonna put a point to luck. And I've got 3 points left, so I think we're gonna go with sneaky shit and weapon modding. Okay. Explosives, big guns, and armor modding. So we're going to put a point to big guns, armor modding, and explosives. Big guns uses awareness, coordination, and strength. Coordination, awareness. Yeah, we'll give another point to awareness. Okay. So I'm gonna put points to explosives and big guns. Okay, so everybody is now leveled up. Okay. Actually,
Rangers, good to see you.
these volunteers you mentioned, where are you getting them from?
Well, I've got friends in the Marshals, the Patriarch's Palace Guard, and some local militias. They've always got more folks wanting to sign up than they have positions for. So I asked my pals to send over everybody on their waiting lists. Now, some of these folks may be, less than top grade for sure, but most will be solid recruits, ready and willing to learn. You'll have to pick and choose.
If you're going to be our chiefs of security, we want to know more about you.
Happy to tell you what you need to know.
So what's your story?
Well, came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him right away. He had leader written all over him, even back then. I've served at his side ever since, fighting against the monster army, consolidating power here in town, helping him expand our borders.
What Mr. Greatski means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories, and he had no small part in making Colorado what it is today.
You're too kind, Darius. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is just the latest in a long line of troubles.
You served with the Patriarch for so long. You must like him.
I do indeed. Some folks can't get past his brusque ways, but that's just the impatience of a man who knows what's right, dealing with fools who don't. He cares too deeply about the well-being of the people of Colorado to let political courtesy slow him down. Of course, you'll hear a lot of folk condemning him for hurting this group or that group with his decisions, but the way I see it, they should be glad it wasn't them who had to make the choice.
Will you tell us some stories about your days fighting beside the Patriarch?
Stories? They are stories indeed these days. I've told him so many times all the truth's been wrung out of him. Now, let's see. Here's one. So, one day we were hunting monster army raiders and came upon a tin-walled shack. The people inside were shooting at us and not answering our calls to parley. Well, I got sick of that real quick and unslung my rocket launcher. But Saul, he holds up a finger, then creeps around behind the compound. Well, pretty soon we hear him smashing through those tin walls with his hammer, and then comes two high-pitched screams. A few moments later, he comes striding out, carrying a child under each arm. They've been shooting at us because they thought we were coming to eat their dying parents. Now, I will never know how Saul knew it was kids in there rather than raiders, but somehow he did. And we brought them and their folks back to the city and helped them out until they got well again. And he's always been like that. an uncanny ability to always do the right thing.
Got any more stories for us?
Give me a while and I'll see if I can remember any more. In the meantime, I'm sure you have plenty to do.
Let's talk about something else.
Happy to. What's on your mind?
Got a moment to talk about your past?
Anytime, Rangers. Always happy to tell war stories.
I guess goodbye.
I'll be here.
Okay.
A garage. We get this cleaned out, you can put your truck in here.
So we got a lunchbox, shorted control chip, Colorado dollars, aramid pads, armor mod, scrap, and some purified tar. Rusted slicer dicer. This enormous spider-like robot is in bad shape. It twitches in a puddle of its own fluids, its casing dented and riddled with bullet holes. Judging by the scrape marks on the floor, it looks like someone dragged it into the garage from somewhere else. Examine the robot. You recognize it as a slicer dicer, a pre-apocalypse military robot. It appears to have been badly damaged in a firefight and is missing some of its weapons. Upon closer inspection, you note that some of the bullet holes have been patched, and several of the legs show signs of recent welding. The slicer dicer's main access panel is open, revealing its wiring and power plant. It's clear that someone has been trying to repair the robot. So we're gonna leave the robot alone for now. Got a body over here. Corpse of a young woman lies at your feet, her body contorted at an unnatural angle. Judging by the smell, she's been here a while. So we'll examine the corpse. The woman is wearing a patchwork jumpsuit and a leather tool belt. Her pockets are crammed with fuses, bundles of wire, and bits of circuit boards. It looks like this Wastelander made her living by scavenging and repairing electronics. She would have felt right at home in an old garage like this. We don't have the first aid requirement, so we're going to leave the corpse alone. Yet another thing that requires lockpicking too. That's a job for Hawk. And we got a repair kit. Okay, is there anything else up for grabs? Oh, there's some things over here. Another locker. The automated chauffeur, bent actuator, tin can, scrap, and turret chassis.
Tired of gridlock? Sick of dodging reckless drivers? Fed up with paying a fortune to shady mechanics that never actually fix your car? Consolidated Atomics has the answer. Introducing Hermes, the revolutionary vehicle AI that's an expert driver, navigator, and auto mechanic all in one. Hermes remembers your daily commute, gathering up-to-the-minute traffic reports to plot the quickest route to your destination. The AI also takes care of basic maintenance, keeping your vehicle in peak condition. Visit your local dealership for information on a Hermes upgrade kit today. Consolidated Atomics, 21st century solutions for the problems of today.
pretty interesting. The terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal right now. Examine most recent activity logs. Most of the logs appear to have been destroyed in a giant server wipe that occurred decades ago. The terminal also has controls for some nearby vehicle lifts, but currently indicates that they are all unresponsive. Recall service elevator platform. Request issued. Please wait. A loud grinding emanates from the huge trapdoor near the garage's entrance. The smell of rusted metal sparks fill the room. Mechanical failure reported. A servitor drone has been issued a repair order. Well, we'll step away. Oh, there's the vehicle. There's another door. Ooh, there's traps in here. Disarm explosives.
Look at all this machinery. If we can get it all running, this will be a good spot for your armory.
There's another trap in there. So we got some 38 and some 7.62. It's a lockpick. Then we got another trap in here that requires an explosives, level 4, which I believe I have. There we go. Molotov cocktail. The terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal right now. We'll check recent activity logs for this terminal. The only log you can find on this terminal relates to a massive data wipe from several decades ago. This terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal right now. We'll step away from the terminal.
What a stink. Somebody's been using this medbay for a morgue. Gonna take an ocean bleach to get it ready for customers.
So this body has a med pack. This desiccated husk of a man is little more than a skeleton covered in papery skin. I don't have that first aid, so I can't do anything. I'll leave the corpse alone. This leathery corpse is missing several of his digits and facial features. Yeah, I gotta leave the corpse alone. Don't have that skill. This is a pile of corpses. Oh, there is a pile of corpses in the corner. Well, we'll leave the corpses alone. This female corpse is bloated and putrefied. One of her arms is entirely missing. Black ichor oozes from her swollen torso. I don't have that skill, so I'll leave the corpse alone. Is there anything else in here? There's a door here. So we can't do anything here. What's in here?
Well, this must have been the mess hall. Better get this up and running pronto. Keeping your people well fed is probably the easiest way to keep them loyal.
The food on these tables is cold and partially eaten, but not rotten. It's clear someone recently fled mid-meal. Oh, there's a toaster. But I don't have the skill to do anything with it.
Please, don't shoot.
The woman is gaunt, her clothes ragged. She is surrounded by a group of bedraggled vagrants who watch you with fear and mistrust.
Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals.
We're the Rangers. Who are you?
I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go. Please, will you let us stay?
Bad idea. I've been in their shoes, but this is a military base. If we have squatters everywhere, it'll be hard to keep discipline. Your recruits won't like it either.
The Patriarch's people don't care about people like us, but you're not beholden to them.
She shoots a fearful look at Kwon, but he doesn't seem to notice. Where are you from?
We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here, for any of us.
Did you set off the security system?
Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping. Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks, and we never set anything off before.
Can't you go live in the city?
We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed, and more are always coming.
Alright, you can stay.
Your call. Won't make the volunteers happy, but the Patriarch put you in charge, not them.
You said yes. I was sure you wouldn't.
The refugees' haggard faces break into smiles. A few of them hug each other.
We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out wherever we can. Thank you for giving us a chance. Oh, and one of our people is missing, Andy. If you find him hiding out somewhere, you send him back to us? Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here.
What's this? A container. Soldier's note. Shotgun shells, 45. Ammo. Colorado dollars, and a burn book.
October 12th, 1998. 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for snipers to be shot on sight. They didn't look like much to me from 80 meters, and when we got close enough to inspect the bodies, I saw why. They looked like scarecrows. Just skin and bone. The oldest was maybe 15. Every time I close my eyes, I see that kid's face. God forgive me. I can't do this anymore.
I wonder what this is. Oh. It's a thing to customize an appearance. Cool.
You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back. Anything you need?
You've had more time to explore the base than we have. Can we ask you about it?
Sure.
Did you touch any of the equipment in the war room?
Andy may have. He's the only one of us who knew computers. I told him to stay out of there because I was afraid of, well, of something like what happened when this whole place got locked down.
Have you checked out the med bay?
We stay away from that awful room. Nothing but death in there.
Have you been in the brig?
Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects and mushrooms in his cell. I left him locked up after I met him. I felt bad about that. He was cordial enough, but he just kept asking questions that felt off. And those glassy eyes.
What did you find in the armory?
Booby traps, mostly. One of my people disarmed an explosive on a door, but missed a gas mine under the floor panel on the other side. She was vomiting for a week. Almost died. I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing over whatever guns may or may not be in there.
Anything we can scavenge in the garage?
Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass.
What's in the archive room?
We first got into the base through a hole in the archive room's wall. Some critters living in there chased us around, but we managed to shut them in before anyone got seriously hurt. We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids.
That's all for now, thanks.
Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Okay. Oh, this must be the brig. Brig master key for when you want to mingle with some lawbreakers. What's this? The body of a young man lies twisted on the floor. He wears shabby clothes. He's been dead long enough for the body to go cold, but not long enough to rot. Okay, so we'll use perception. Search the body. This man was carrying nothing but the clothes he wore on his body, and those are tattered and grimy. His shoes have holes in their soles. In one of his pockets you find a half-eaten, sweet-smelling mushroom. Okay, I don't have that requirement, so we'll leave the body alone. Step away from the body.
What's going on with the dead guy? Is he, all right?
We'll talk to the prisoner. Waving at you through the bars of a cell is a pale, rail-thin man with matted hair and fraying, faded clothes. He gives you a lazy, glassy-eyed grin.
Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I?
We're the Rangers. This is gonna be our new headquarters.
Rangers, huh? Cool, man. Cool. I like your look. I think I had a shirt like that once, a long time ago. Long time ago. Headquarters for what?
Sorry, that's top secret.
Oh, sure. Top secret. So you're part of some important organization, huh? You look like you're, real important, you know? I can see it in your pretty eyes. Do you have, more people in your group?
That's not something you need to know.
Oh, so not many then, huh? Don't worry, you'll make new friends, I bet, though. You seem real friendly and nice. So, hey, what?
We've got a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, man, of course. I don't mind. Ask me whatever.
What's your name?
My name? Ned. Ned? Harry. Nick. Booger. Dickens. Lyle? Something like that. Honestly, I don't, remember. Been a long time since I thought about that, man. Been a longer time since someone, asked me about it. I kinda been here for a while.
How long have you been here?
Couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, Hard to keep track of when the day starts or ends. Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups, other people to come and go.
How have you survived?
Man, I got everything I need in here to keep on. Little crack in the ceiling over there drips some water. So I just gotta, lick the wall when I'm thirsty. And, you know what they say about dark, damp spaces, man? Mushroom grow there, man. So I added a little self-made fertilizer. Those mushrooms are growing good.
You've been living off of wall water and mushrooms?
Yeah, man, yeah. Yum, yum. Oh, yeah, and bugs, when they come by. Buzzy crunchers and climby snappers and skittery two-bites and running gushers. Sometimes roly poppers and hoppy specks. Once a squirmy slurp. That was a good day, man.
I kinda like this guy.
But yeah, mainly mushrooms.
Can you tell us about any of the groups that lived here before us?
Yeah, sure, maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy might come in, but I don't know if he was connected to the guy who came in before him, Kinda hard to keep track of how long it is between visits, and people don't always tell me what's going on outside. But, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Before him, Tired Eyes Lady. Before her, the Smiling Woman. Before that, it's a little fuzzy.
Tell us about the dead guy.
Oh, man. That's some wild stuff. So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and freaked out and starts messing with that computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine and he falls down and then all these sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, you came in.
Tell us about the tired eyes lady.
Well, she was a woman, dressed all raggedy, but, I'm one to talk on that. Anyway, she came in here looking sad. Eyes looked like she hadn't seen a good night's rest in years. We talked for a bit and then she left again. Sometimes I think I can still hear her voice. Hope she didn't die and she's haunting me for some reason. Though now that I think about it, I guess I'd be glad for the company, you know?
Tell us about the smiling woman.
Oh, a real nice lady, man. Had a big old smile on her face the whole time we talked. Just never stopped smiling. I think she said she was a trader. Talked about how she had some merchandise to keep here and some people she was gonna deal with. Said I wasn't a suitable client, which... Sure, 'cause I got no money. Well, actually, she said I wouldn't be suitable for her clients, which I thought was a weird way to say that.
What do you mean by a little fuzzy?
You know, man, it's, I've been here a long time, and I eat a lot of mushrooms. Can't always remember things that happened in the, olden days, but I'll try. There was a gentleman bear, the lip licker, and the bloody screamers, and them metal fellers, and the really white guy, and the owl face. Oh, and the 6 wee men and a lion. But, yeah, hard to remember who came in first, and, which ones were just a nursery rhyme my grandma told me, so... yeah...
We want to ask you about something else.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Why are you in there?
Because, the cell door is locked.
That's not what we were asking. Why were you put in there?
Aw, man, didn't you like my joke?
No.
Okay, well, so a guy I used to be friends with, well, I guess he was more of a business partner. Friend, though, too, man. Like, former friend who decided he didn't, want to go splitsies anymore. So he conked me on the head. And when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man. Like, seriously.
Why are you in there again?
I told you, man. My partner trapped me in here. Thought he was my friend, you know? But he wasn't.
What happened with this dead refugee?
Oh, didn't we talk about this already? So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and freaked out and starts messing with that computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine, and he falls down, and then all these, sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, you came in.
We found a half-eaten mushroom in the corpse's pocket.
Oh, yum. Mushrooms are the best, man. So many flavors. And they grow everywhere and grow easy. I love them. Who knew there were poisonous ones?
Do you want us to let you out?
Oh, man, yes, please. Very much.
Your call on this one, Rangers, but really, I'd just let nature take its course here, if you know what I mean.
I'd really, really, really like to get out of here. Really.
We'll see what we can do. No promises.
Cool, I get it, man. No pressure, but, I'd sure appreciate it. So long.
If your squad skills aren't high enough, sometimes brute force will still work. To break down a door, smack a misbehaving computer, or forcefully shut down a power generator, use the attack option in the quickfire or press left control. Certain objects, such as vault doors or ice walls, may require specific damage types to damage. Okay, so what's this? Polaroid photo. The terminal displays information about the base's systems. Everything appears normal for the moment. And we'll check the recent activity logs for this terminal. You comb through logs, culling ancient messages and routine system notifications until you have a list of recent activations. OS wake initiated. Wake complete. Credentials rejected. Credentials accepted. Login. Admin password. Admin. OS. Loading default. Admin operations. Backup generators initialized. Automated security lockdown initiated. Login required. Credentials rejected. Credentials rejected. OS. Station. Locking out user due to multiple failed login attempts. The terminal displays information about the base's systems. Everything appears to be normal for the moment. Okay. So we're gonna leave the prisoner in there for now. And I'm gonna save the game. And I think I'm gonna end things here for today. And then the next one we'll continue exploring the Ranger headquarters, and then we'll continue with the quest to meet Sheriff Daisy.